We have a real and true national security red alert here to discuss, and it comes down to fundamentally pushing through the last possible stand of keeping something sacred in the sense of keeping it outside of the reach of political machinations or machinations, as some like to say, which is that Donald Trump's intelligence officials are no longer going to be briefing Democrats with a question mark as to whether they will be briefing Joe Biden as the nominee of the Democratic Party for president. And House member Adam Schiff has sounded the alarm on this. Over the weekend, he said that his committee may end up having to subpoena intelligence officials because John Ratcliffe, who's the director of national intelligence, announced that regular election security briefings were going to be scaled back ahead of the general election. Instead of actually briefing members of the Democratic Party, they are going to give them some written documents, which of course provides no opportunity to ask questions. Now, this is not only obviously political, but it is also obviously related to upcoming election interference that the Trump administration itself doesn't have an interest in stopping. Why? Because on balance, it's expected to be beneficial to him. So here is Donald Trump being asked about this recently. He says the reason is leaks. Adam Schiff and whoever they would brief would just leak the information. Take a look.
Whether it was Shifty Schiff or somebody else, they leak the information before it gets in. And what's even worse, they leak the wrong information. And he got tired of it. So he wants to do it in a different forum because you have leakers on the committee. Obviously, leakers that are doing bad things. Probably not even legal to leak, but we'll look into that separately. But they were leaking the information as brought in. How would you don't have that in Texas. Ken, you wouldn't allow that in Texas. No, I guarantee Ken will not be allowing the leakers to be doing that. So we were, he wanted to make sure that it doesn't leak. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, one question about...
So this is a lie. This is just not true. The real reason why the Trump administration has directed the intelligence community to stop briefing Democrats, as reported by Politico, is that classified security briefings were given to members of Congress. And in those briefings, William Evanina, who's the director of the National Counterintelligence and Security Center, said Russia is trying to help Trump win. Russia is trying to denigrate Joe Biden in order to help Donald Trump win. So what does the Trump administration do? They say, stop telling Democrats that that's what's going on. You might remember, and this is why this is so important. I mean, we don't have to theorize about the implications of this. Think back to 2016 when Barack Obama was president and Donald Trump was the challenger, the Republican nominee. Barack Obama's intelligence officials, as is tradition, as should be the case, briefed Barack Obama and Donald Trump about Russia's interests in helping Donald Trump to win, about the Steele dossier and the information contained within it. And if you think back to that and you consider the importance of these briefings, you then very quickly realize the only real reason that Donald Trump would have to say stop briefing Democrats is he doesn't want them to know what is in those security briefings because it is not particularly good for Donald Trump for that information to be known. And what we know, what William Evanina was saying, has been reported otherwise, which is, yeah, Russia prefers Donald Trump, period. Now, many will write to me and say, but David, China prefers Biden and Iran prefers Biden. OK, yeah, I've told you that. We've discussed that. I'm not denying that. And there are geopolitical reasons for all of the preferences that other countries have. But Donald Trump is specifically trying to prevent one perspective from getting out there. And that is that, once again, Russia has an interest in helping Donald Trump win. So these people need to be held accountable. Step one for accountability is November 3rd. That's the most pressing one. It's September now. We are 2 months. We are just weeks, essentially, from this election. Votes are going to start being cast in some places. I think it's within 10 days. Some states will start early voting. So step one for holding accountable is removing Donald Trump. Then we are going to have to see where the chips fall and who was involved in wrongdoing. And while there is, I believe, no real possibility that Donald Trump is charged with anything once he's no longer president. I know that there's people dreaming of Trump in handcuffs. That's not what the U.S. does to former presidents. It's not my opinion. It's just the reality. That doesn't mean that there aren't other people. Could it be Don Jr.? Could it be Jared Kushner? Could it be people whose names maybe we don't know, who should and could be held accountable? And we're going to have to see. They're not even trying to hide it. There's foreign meddling again, and Trump's interference is in getting in the way of people learning about what Russia is doing. Consider that. And by the way, just look back at the last 4 years of getting in the way of any serious attempt to actually stop foreign meddling. Why would he try to stop it? It's useful to him. I want to take a second to tell you about one of our sponsors, Sussman and Hahn. Sussman and Hahn has everything you need when it comes to face masks and other protective gear for COVID-19, and they're giving my audience 20% off. Sussman and Hahn is the company that I personally have been going to for face masks. I love and trust the products they sell. That's actually why I reached out to them about being a sponsor. I have tried tons of different masks this year, and I still have not found a mask that's more comfortable or easier to breathe in than the washable cotton masks that they sell. It's made of a silky, lightweight cotton that feels great on your skin. It has convenient adjustable straps. It features a disposable 5-layer particle filter made of activated carbon. They also have disposable cloth masks, which are really comfortable, as well as other gear like face shields, alcohol wipes, no-touch infrared thermometers, and all of their prices are very reasonable. I also love Sussman and Hahn because they've donated over 60,000 masks to healthcare institutions. They're a great company. You can get there by going to davidpakman.com/mask. The link is underneath this video, and you can save 20% off of everything in their store when you use the coupon code DAVID.